What is going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today, I just want to talk about you'll never be your own boss, and here's why. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for 850 subscribers. You guys are crushing it on the support. Even though that we got 100 subscribers in 1 week before, it's been like 2 weeks now and we've only gained 50 subscribers, so kind of a slow week, but that's totally fine because there's going to be plateaus, there's going to be drawbacks, there's going to be recessions, but if you stick through it, if I can stick through it, you guys can too, and we can all make money on YouTube and pollute the ocean. So if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button and comment what kind of job you have currently right now. But let's just get into the video. So a lot of you guys, I know most of you guys are having a job, or you have a job, or you have like a contracting business or something, or you work for a contractor or something like that. You probably have a boss, a supervisor, someone who kind of tells you what to do at work. And while that's cool and all, you'll never really make your own decisions or be your own man until you learn how to make money for yourself, learn how to generate money, meaning you start the LLC, you start the business, and you start making money that way. Because no matter what you do or how high you go up in a company, that's not yours. You're just going to constantly keep on getting berated by different bosses. You're going to have to keep listening to whoever is in charge. If you don't like that person, you can't do anything about it. You just have to suck it up. That's why you'll never be a real man, because you have to listen to somebody all the time. You're just listening. And especially if you fear that you're going to lose your job and you surrender to them and you don't resist what they tell you to do, that lowers your testosterone. Just telling you, just letting you know, that's how it is. But really, if you think about it, the greatest thing of all time is freedom. When you have the freedom to have your own business, your freedom to have your own money, to be free from the system, to be above inflation. What does anybody want? Just freedom. I just want freedom, Oh, bread is $5 now. I don't care. I'm over, like, inflation's been up 100%. I'm 300%. I'm good, And if you look at it, inflation has gone up by like a lot, like 25+%. So if you say you need, like, if you want to be above inflation, if you say you need like 100,000 just to be okay, you need 300,000 right now just to live in this world, which is crazy. I know that being your own boss isn't for everyone, because it's definitely not for me, and this is really challenging to actually do. Time management, what am I going to do next? How are things going? They're failing, not making money. All of those things you have to take in consideration before you start your own business. Although I do still have a job, so I am not a man yet. Technically, you can be a man whenever, but I'm telling you right now, you're not going to feel like a man when you're getting your ass ate out by a fucking like 50-year-old redneck cocaine addict, someone who hates their wife, calls them a bitch all the time, complains, and then tries to fire you when he's drunk. You're not gonna feel like a man when he's barking orders at you and you just have to take it up the ass. Sorry for all the profanity. Another thing I noticed is that when you're in that type of situation, when you have to kind of appeal to your elders or higher ups or whatever in a corporate world, I've noticed that the people that were loud and they were proud and they were really speaking real loud, like all the way up here, like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's now, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're pretty much just whispering, because they know if they say anything or do anything that it could potentially jeopardize their job or their job class, their full time, doesn't matter. It could get them in a lot of trouble at that company. So they just be quiet. If you do good, you could get in trouble. If you do bad, you get in trouble. If you do nothing, you don't get in trouble, which is weird, but that's just how it is. Do nothing, say nothing, you're good. Do your job, that's it. Bare minimum. And it's really scary because the more work you do, the more you get in trouble because you're being recognized. So you need to be a gray man in the company. So it's really important that if you want to stay in a company, you just kind of hide your head a bit. But yeah, it's just something I've noticed is that every person that comes to my company, they're loud and proud and they're speaking like really loud and everything. They're like so excited to be here. But if they stay here, and as soon as they realize that they could get in trouble, it psychologically damages them. All the pressure they get under, all of the workload they have to do. They have to basically run the department by themselves, and that's not good. And they basically just kill themselves, and that psychologically damages them. And then they just, instead of being loud and proud, they're just quiet, and they start hiding their job from people. The other day, literally yesterday, I was closing with one of my coworkers. It's kind of my friend, not really, but we were closing, right? And I said, "Man, it's embarrassing to work here." And he said, "No, not embarrassing, just humbling." And I said, "Humbling how?" And he's like, "I guess I could see how you think it's embarrassing." I was like, "Yeah, for sure. Like I don't want to work in retail. Whoever wants to work in a retail job, you're weird, buddy. You're fucking weird. That's like you literally want to sit on a cock and start fucking thrusting yourself. Like, oh, let me jump on it. Fuck no, dude. That's embarrassing. I don't want to fucking work in a retail job forever." And you're gonna be like, "Well, that's kind of disrespectful. You can't be like that." Man, fuck that. Cause think about it. Oh, you're also thinking that I'm saying, "Oh, well," or what's gonna happen when I say this is, I'm teaching the younger generation not to work and not to want to work or be civil. But here's the thing: the corporations aren't civil. You do one fuck up, you do one stupid thing, and you're gone, buddy. You're fucking toast. I've seen people get fired for stupid reasons. And you being civil, you actually standing up for people, doing what's right, that'll get you fired. Being quiet, not saying shit, that won't get you fired. That will get you unnoticed and invisible. And that's the only thing you can do. If you stay at a company long enough, they'll find a good enough reason to fire you. That's why you need to be quiet. So I don't want to hear this bullshit where people are like, "Oh my goodness, you're teaching the younger generation to not want to work." Of course we don't want to fucking work. Nobody wants to fucking work anymore. You fucking kidding me? It's all started because that fucking Leather Jacket 93, whatever the fuck his name is, commented on my video saying that I'm teaching the younger generation how to be lazy. It's not laziness. I'm telling them to grow a business, to start an actual company so they can get out of the matrix and the rat race. Maybe just the rat race. I don't think you'll ever get out of the matrix. The more you resist, the more harder it gets for you at your job. But the more your testosterone spikes. So, do you want to have low testosterone and an easy job, or high testosterone and a hard-ass job? Take it from a guy who has been working for almost 6 years and had many opportunities to start a business. And I have, tried 1 business, 2 business, 3 business, and none of them worked. And I'm trying again. But here's the thing. I'm so lazy from my job that I can't get, look at this, I can't get fit because of how tired I am, right? And you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're pretty fit." This is not the kind of fit that I want to be. I want to be 6-pack in fit. I want to be shoulders are popping fit. Okay? I'm so lazy when I get home that I don't want to work on YouTube. I don't want to work on the business. I don't even want to. I didn't want to. I used to draw like every single day for like 2-3 hours. I don't even draw anymore because I'm so tired that I just sit down and watch TV. That's literally all I do, or that's literally all I want to do. Of course, recently I've been training for a 21K because I made a bet with my friend, which he pushed it out, but I'm still gonna do the 21K. But my point is, every day you get home from work, you're tired as fuck, so you can't really do anything. You're spending all of your energy at that job. That's a dead end job that's not gonna go anywhere. And a lot of you know that, but you still try at that job anyway. So it's not really, there's no point to actually trying at that job, at that company. They're not gonna fire you for being basic, for being meeting expectations. That's it. Just meet the expectations. That's literally it. They're gonna fire you regardless if they don't like you. Kids. Wait, hold up. Teenagers. You see teenagers and they're very, very energetic. They're very, very like arrogant, right? They're arrogant because they haven't dealt with the fact or the reality of life, which is having to shut your mouth or else you're gonna get fired. There's gonna be consequences to what you say. That's why a lot of teenagers are very loudmouth punks, right? Which all of us should be, but at the same time, we should have humility and kindness. But that's why a lot of people, once they reach like age 20, 21, they start to realize that this is no joke. You really need to step up your game and, find a way out, or you need to stop doing, because they'll get humbled one day, right? And they'll be like, wow, I did not know anything. And then they'll have psychological issues. If they didn't before when they were kids, they're gonna now when they're older. Oh, by the way, your cock's not gonna work. You're gonna get ED if you continue down the road of just being like, oh, Master Shifu, yes, I'll do anything you say. It's not good, man. And trust me, it's not good. Does my cock still work? Yes. Is that because I've been struggling to keep my job for the last 6 years because I run my mouth sometimes like I shouldn't? Yeah. Is it because like I actually eat properly instead of eating the stuff that's at work, like all of the bakery items that I could be chowing down on and getting fat, but I don't? Yeah. Is it the fact that whenever someone tells me to do something, I'm like, no, I keep my dignity and almost get fired? Yeah. Is it the fact that I might potentially get ED if I keep going down this rabbit hole of the fucking corporate system? Yeah, probably. Okay, there's one alternative, right? And this is crazy. This is a crazy thought, right? 5 of your friends get a job at a workplace, okay? In the retail, bakery, whatever. Y'all apply, don't tell them that you're friends. You'll get hired there, right? And one of them is the manager, one of them is the assistant manager, one of them is the clerk, one of them is the baker, and one of them is the decorator. You're golden, buddy. You're golden. And then you practically run that company, You're practically running that company, and you won't have any stress, nothing like that. The only person that's going to have stress is the manager. That's it, the manager friend. But because y'all are very synergetic, y'all got great synergy, you'll help the manager when it counts. And y'all don't betray each other or nothing, and then you're golden. Or you could work at a company that you don't actually hate, which is very rare, but yeah. Or just be a contractor. Alright, guys. If you all enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, and comment down below if you hate your job or what job do y'all have. I'm really interested because I know there are a lot of jobs out there. I just haven't considered any other job than what I have right now currently. Alright, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and y'all have a great day, and as always, You have a blessed couple, free few. Yeah, you gotta have a blessed day. Okay. All right. Peace.